What up, guys? This is
Cheevo, guys!
back here again with another video. Today is the 20th anniversary of Xbox, and they released a brand new backwards compatibility update. And not only did 76 games get added to the backward compatibility list, but 37 games got FPS Boost. That brings the total well above 100 games that have FPS Boost. To those that aren't familiar, FPS Boost is a feature exclusively for Xbox Series X and S consoles. This improves older games without developers having to make any changes. It's basically just an increase in frame rate. A lot of the old games that only ran at 30 FPS run at 60 FPS or above. Not only that, but if you have an Xbox Series X or S, you also get auto HDR. So these games definitely look a lot better than running them on their original consoles. Now, out of the 37 games that just got FPS Boost, 11 of them are from the brand new backward compatibility update. Let's go ahead and talk about those games first. So, Binary Domain got added to backwards compatibility today. As you can see, you can still purchase it digitally for $14.99. So not only is this game backwards compatible now, but it has FPS Boost, so it's going to run at a higher frame rate. Next, we have Black College Football Experience Doug Williams Edition. This game got added to backwards compatibility today, and it also has FPS Boost. Next, we have the most significant FPS boost of them all, Chicken Little. Nah, I'm joking. But if you're someone that wants to play Chicken Little at 60 FPS, this is for you. Other than that, 2 out of the 4 Fear games got FPS Boost, the first Fear and the third Fear. So that means Fear 2 and Fear Files did not get FPS Boost. Again, only the first one and the third one. The first one is delisted, so if you want to play this game in backwards compatibility, you're going to need a physical copy. Fear 3, on the other hand, is available for purchase for $19.99. So all 4 Fear games are now backwards compatible, but only 2 have FPS Boost. Next, we have Lego Lord of the Rings. This was the only Lego game that wasn't backwards compatible yet, however they added it today, and it has FPS Boost. Just know that this game is delisted, so if you're going to want to play this via backwards compatibility, you are going to need a physical copy. Next, we have Nier. This is another really good game that I want to go back to that got FPS Boost, so now you can play it with the FPS Boost and Auto HDR. This really makes Xbox the best place to play a lot of these games, even the older ones. Next, we have Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. This was really the only Resident Evil game left that wasn't backwards compatible, so I'm assuming that's why they added it, because now we have all of the Xbox 360 Resident Evil games in the backward compatibility program. So this one got added to the backwards compatibility list along with an FPS Boost. Next, we have Rock of Ages, a popular Xbox Live Arcade game, also got added to backwards compatibility as well as an FPS Boost. Now, out of the 4 new Star Wars games that got added today that were all on the original Xbox, only one of them got FPS Boost, and that is Star Wars The Clone Wars. You can purchase this game for $9.99 if you want to pick it up. It is backwards compatible now, and it does have FPS Boost. Now, the 11th and final game that got added to the backwards compatibility list today that also has FPS Boost is Vandal Hearts Flames of Judgment. This is an Xbox Live Arcade game and also has FPS Boost. So let's talk about the other 26 games that just got FPS Boost. These were games that were already in the backwards compatibility program, but now you can play them with the increased frame rate, making them the ideal way to play most of these games. First and foremost, we have Alan Wake. Not too sure why they went back and put FPS Boost on this one, being that the remaster just came out recently. I'm assuming if you want to play Alan Wake, you're going to play the newest version of it. Next, we have Assassin's Creed, the first one. This is actually a game I've been wanting to go back to, and being that it has FPS Boost, it's that more intriguing. Next, we have Darksiders, the first one. We have Dead Space 2 and 3. Both have FPS Boost now. Then we have 2 Dragon Age games, Dragon Age Origins, as well as Dragon Age 2. Now, by far, one of the best additions to this list is Elder Scrolls Oblivion. You can officially play this game with FPS Boost, which is going to give you an increased frame rate. On top of that, you have the Auto HDR with the newer consoles as well, making it a whole new experience. Next, we have another classic, Fable Anniversary, also got FPS Boost. This is another game I've been wanting to go back to. However, it has one unobtainable achievement that I really wish Xbox would fix, and that's kind of what has been keeping me from going back to that game. But I do have some really good memories with the original Fable. Next, we got Fable 3. This one also got an FPS Boost. And next, we have the 2 games that I think people are going to be the most excited for. That's Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. These 2 games both just got FPS Boost. meaning that you can play them with the increased frame rate now. Next, we have Far Cry 3. This is another one of those that has a remaster available, which I would assume is the ideal way to play it. But if you want to play Far Cry 3, the Xbox 360 version with FPS Boost, you can do that now. Next, we have Final Fantasy 13-2 and Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns. Both of these games have FPS Boost now. Now, personally, I think these next 5 are the most significant for me, and this is Gears of War 1, 2, and 3, Gears of War Judgment, Gears of War Ultimate Edition. All 5 of these games have FPS Boost now, and if you've ever played Gears of War or Gears of War Online before, frame rate is everything in a game like this. So it's really awesome to see them add FPS Boost to the older Gears of War games. Not only did they add FPS Boost to the 4 Xbox 360 Gears games, but they also added FPS Boost to the first Xbox One Gears game, which is Gears of War Ultimate Edition, basically the remaster of the first game. I believe this is the only Xbox One game in this whole list that got FPS Boost. So it's cool that they're doing FPS Boost for Xbox One games as well. So if you're a big Gears of War fan, I'm sure you're going to be happy about those. Next, we have Cameo Elements of Power. This was the Xbox 360 launch title. This was one of the first games I got when I got my Xbox 360, and I absolutely love this game. I'm sure it looks absolutely beautiful in auto HDR, and now it has an increased frame rate with FPS Boost. Next, we have Medal of Honor Airborne. This one's available with EA Play, so if you have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, you can download and try this one for free. Also added FPS Boost. The next one's also available with EA Play, and that is the original Mirror's Edge. This has got to be one of my favorite ones on the list by far. I love the original Mirror's Edge, and being that you'll be able to play it with the increased frame rate is definitely going to help get those good and competitive times in those trials. Next, we have Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. I really liked this one because they added Banjo-Kazooie, and some of you guys may know I'm like the biggest Banjo-Kazooie fan in the world. So really cool to see this game get FPS Boost. But also we got FPS Boost for Sonic Generations as well as Sonic Unleashed. I know that there's a lot of people that have been asking for FPS Boost in these older Sonic games, and that is going to be the 37 games that got FPS Boost today. I'm interested to know what you guys think. Let me know what you're most excited about out of all of the games that just got an FPS Boost. Other than that, I'd like to give a huge thank you to all of my Patreon subscribers. We just hit 16 patrons. I'd like to give a special shout out to everybody in the biggest fan club, including Tim G84, AOJ, Kegger101, Kana25, Michael Banksa, and Cursed Souls. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe.